Good morning. I'm Mrs. Bumpus. I teach high school art and interior design. And this happens to be my favorite chapel, not just because of the music and the singing and the artwork, but basically what I've seen Christ do through the lives of these students through the years. So as I was preparing for today, I thought about the Bible, the 66 books of the Bible, and how there's a common thread that runs through the Bible and points to Christ. You know, we start with creation, we go into the fall, the beautiful redemption, and then the restoration. So that same common thread runs through the lives of my three art students that you'll be hearing speak in just a minute. So as they're speaking, they're going to have a slideshow playing in the background. And I know that you'll be wanting to see what they have created, but also really tune into what they say. Listen for the creation, listen for their fall, listen for their redemption, and listen for their beautiful restoration. So this morning you will hear Michaela Bulliard and Josh Mathewson and Brooke McAdams. And I'm not saying this lightly, but I feel very privileged to have taught these three. They are incredible students, and I'm very excited with what God's going to do in their lives. So I know you want to hear and see, so let's get it started.
Hey guys, I'm Michaela Bulliard. I'm a 14-year senior in Art 3, and art for me started in elementary school. I was always a shy kid, so in my free time I was always coloring and drawing. I learned art on online tutorials, YouTube, step-by-step art books, wherever I could get it. And around that time, people started complimenting me. They said that I had a God-given gift or a talent, and I took pride in their words. And I worked to get better through elementary and middle school. And around late middle school to 8th grade, 9th grade, I took on my biggest challenge, which was drawing people. And for those of you who haven't taken art, Miss Bumpus does a weekly sketch. Each week is a different letter, A through Z. And in Art 1, my first year in art, I decided to draw a celebrity for every letter. So A for Adam Sandler, B for Brenda Song, C for Chris Hemsworth, David Schwimmer, all the way up to J for Jackie Chan, at which point I stopped because I thought I'd bitten off more than I could chew. They weren't the best portraits. They were sloppy, and they weren't that accurate. But because I challenged myself, I realized that if I really put effort into something, I could get better at what I put my mind to. I just had to push myself. And I think a lot of people today, they pick up a pencil or they draw something, take an art class, and they think that what they made looks like garbage, and it may or may not. But as soon as they think that it looks bad, they stop, or they stop challenging themselves and they draw easy stuff. They make up excuses like, I guess I'm just not good at art, or I don't have a talent like you. And as someone who's been practicing art for several years, I think it's kind of weird because art is a muscle. It has to be flexed regularly. No one is born a bodybuilder. No one's born benching 200 pounds like Coach Keith. And, it starts small. Art starts small for everybody. And it started small for me too. It's sad to me that God may have opened a door for you, an opportunity to be great at something, and you just took one look at that door and said, nope, that door is definitely not for me, when it really was. Even though learning to draw people was very difficult, it was worth it for me because it's become one of my favorite things to do, and it's actually become something that I found that I'm actually good at. So just because God gives you an opportunity or a talent for something, that doesn't mean that your journey in that endeavor is over. You have to put effort in that thing yourself in order to become great, in order to become the thing that God wants you to be. So I invite you to explore every door that God opens for you, and don't close it before you have a chance to go through it. Whether that's athletics, art, academics, all the above, or something completely different. Having a talent for something is a very small part of success. You actually have to push yourself and put your own effort into it. And you have to try things that you never thought to try and actually put genuine effort in that thing. At the end of my presentation, there's a picture of 3 horses. Yeah. And the first one is from elementary school, the second one is middle school, and the third one's high school. and I want to tell you a little story. The elementary one, I was so proud of it that I made 50 copies. Yep, 50 copies of it to give to friends and family and hang around the house because I was so proud of it, even if it's obviously really good, guys. No, yeah, it was terrible. And what I'm trying to say is when you find pride in something, you should take a hold of that because passion's really hard to find these days. And so don't let it slip through your fingers when God gives you the end of the thread. Art is important. It's in everything that we see. Logos, signs, architecture, clothing, fine arts. And as humans, it's our nature to be proud of the things that we make. Because like our own maker, the ultimate artist, ultimate engineer, ultimate creator, we are proud of our successes like he was proud of his. So it should be our mission to be successful in everything that we do, excellent in everything we put our mind to, not just for ourselves, but for his glory. Thank you.